right, I'm gonna do this thing. All right. How's it going? I am gonna look at the comparison here. I'm just gonna compare the Rad Wagon here, the Rad Power Bikes Rad Wagon, and the Rad City, because I have them here before my friend Danielle takes the Rad Wagon. But kind of what I wanted to share, a lot of it is the geometry of the bikes, and kind of like what the riding experience is like. And one thing that's pretty interesting to me is if you ride these two bikes back to back, and I had my son and lady friend also do the same thing, and the Rad Wagon, even though it's a much larger looking bike than the Rad City, it rides like it's smaller. Like it actually is a little easier to handle for whatever reason. They are the same motor, same 750 watt motor, same exact battery. And I just want to go through some of the geometry a little bit. So I have both of these bikes set up for I have a 32-inch inseam, and these are both set up for my leg length to get a comfortable leg extension. And you can see how the seat has to be quite a lot higher on the Rad City, and I'm actually having it near the minimum insertion point to get that. And what that does is I can't stand flat-footed when I'm at a stoplight. But when on the Rad Wagon I can. And this is looking a little taller right now because it's on the kickstand. That raises it up a couple inches. And a lot of that reason is the bottom bracket height. The bottom bracket height is 2 inches higher on the Rad City compared to the Rad Wagon. And I think it'd be nice if they reduced that bottom bracket height. It would just make it a little more approachable and a little bit easier to stand on at a stop. Now, acceleration wise, or actually really like takeoff wise, because the Rad Wagon's it's a fair amount heavier. It's a little slower from a takeoff. I'll put on the acceleration testing data on the video here and compare the two. Range wise, I really didn't notice a whole lot of difference between range, even with the extra weight on the Rad Wagon. Still, at least 20, I'm pretty comfortable 25 to 30 miles. They do have the same size wheels. They both have the accessory mounting points on the front for the front rack. And they both have a fixed rear rack with mounting points for a child seat. So I guess most of the difference of these is really the geometry. And I just want to, I think I've said this a few times now, but I think both of these bikes, so the Rad Wagon, I like the swept-back handlebars. I do feel like it'd be better if maybe they were a little bit wider or the sweep was a little gentler. And then you kind of have the whole opposite end of the spectrum on the Rad City, where there is no sweep at all. So I think if the middle ground between these two handlebars would probably be best for both of the bikes. And it would really make them, it'd make this right. When I ride this bike, I tend to ride with my hand kind of here, not even really resting on it, because I really wish the hand grip was over here. They have these water bottle mounting points here. It's really better for like accessories. Like there's some locks and some other stuff that would mount here. There's not quite enough room for a real water bottle. There's a little more room. You can see there's a little more room in here on the Rad City. So you actually could put a water bottle on that one. I actually have a water bottle cage mounted there. Or it would be nice if there was an option on the Rad Wagon to add the same suspension fork on the front, especially since it does have lockout. So you could have all the same positives with being able to lock things, and then also have some more comfort. What do you think, Chloe? I've gotten weird videos of her like sniffing. She'll be like sniffing the bike. So. All right, I think that really does it for the comparison between these two. I don't know if most people would be cross-shopping these two. I was sort of in between the Rad City and the Rad Mini, but I didn't really have the ability to buy two bikes and decide.
I was going the extremes of the cargo and the foldable one.
Oh, the Rad Mini, yeah. Yeah, I was the same, yeah.
I struggled.
Yeah. I mean, you could even do that with you could even do the Rad Mini with a trailer. Something like that. But anyway, hope this helps maybe at least visualize and maybe some differences and similarities between these two bikes. Thanks.
Catch the wave, feel the flow.